Welcome. I'm the Reverend Manish Mishra-Marzetti, serving our first Unitarian Universalist congregation of Ann Arbor as senior minister.
And I'm Erik Stalhandske, serving as president of our congregation. Governmental agencies are beginning to provide. We wanted to communicate with you what we know about our community's plans and possibilities as of today, May 20th. We all miss the ability to sit together, sharing a smile and a cup of coffee. Being together in person, in song and reflection are core aspects of our community as typically gathered. Not being able to meet in person for over 2 months now is a profound loss for all of us, Reverend Manish and myself included.
I've shared with our leadership that for the staff team, this virtual-only era has not only required rapid relearning of how to conduct our professional work, but also it is, in fact, a lot more work. Something relatively simple like the 5-minute in-person welcome on Sunday morning does not take 5 minutes right now. Equipment has to be set up and tested, material has to be recorded, the video recording in turn needs to be edited and managed for sound and video quality. Something that could take a simple 5 minutes if we were meeting in person now takes me and the staff members in excess of an hour. My heart as well longs deeply for going back to more familiar ways of being together in community. Nonetheless, we are Unitarian Universalists, and our tradition has long believed that science, spirituality, and ethics can all be compatible. We do not sacrifice scientific knowledge and wisdom at the altar of faith. That is not our Unitarian Universalist tradition. That is not who we are as a people.
It has been our community's commitment from the onset of the coronavirus pandemic that we would honor all public health requirements to the best of our community's ability to do so. And we've maintained that commitment. To help us, we gathered public health experts from within our community to form a COVID advisory team, and their advice has been invaluable.
And as some states around the nation have begun limited reopenings, there is some information that we are able to share with you now. Among that, we do know that our community will continue its current mode of virtual operations through to the end of August at a minimum. 2 factors lead to this being the right decision for our community. First, our typical summer programming is volunteer intensive at a time of the year when it is typically difficult to find volunteers under the best of circumstances. This close to the summer, we are not logistically in a position to recommence in-person activities quickly.
And more importantly, the public health situation at present continues to be in flux. We're seeing additional waves of infection and deaths in some of the states that have reopened early. Many scientists and public health experts had predicted exactly that this would occur. This combination of public health and logistics makes it wise for our UUAA community to continue our current mode of virtual operations and virtual services at a minimum through the end of August.
In parallel, our UUAA COVID-19 Advisory Team has been at work on behalf of us all since the beginning of this pandemic, sifting through all the relevant information that needs to be examined. That team consists of lay public health experts from within our community: Jim Lee, Jim Marks, Tom Reichel, and Laura Bowman, as well as key staff operational leaders, such as Cassie Hartley, Linda Susan Ulrich, Kiana Perkins, and myself. We are including alongside this video message a list of resources that our COVID advisory team would like to invite everyone associated with our community to take a careful look at. We are sharing with each of you much of the same data that our COVID advisory team is holding and considering. I'll caution some of this information is hard to hold and be present to.
For example, you'll find among these references news about a congregation in Calgary, Canada, that tried to hold a 40-person safe activity. And they followed all of the public health measures, social distancing, hand washing, the wearing of gloves. Nonetheless, half of the attendees ended up infected, and tragically, 2 individuals died.
Other information which we are providing to you includes a CDC report detailing how in a church choir in Oregon, 1 infected person was the likely cause of up to 80% of the choir getting infected with the coronavirus. The CDC has termed choral vocalists as super spreaders, recognizing that singing is a forceful aspiration of the lungs, one of the quickest ways the coronavirus could potentially spread. Reports such as these have led leading national choral music associations to advise against in-person choral singing until there is a vaccine and/or effective treatments for COVID-19.
In addition, our Unitarian Universalist Association president, the Reverend Susan Frederick Gray, released a statement on May 14th. She encourages all UU congregations to begin planning for virtual operations through May 2021 in the absence of a vaccine and effective treatments. This guidance was issued after extensive conversation with national leaders in the field of public health.
A recommendation such as this is not made lightly, and it is still hard to sit with. Already, many of us have let go of so many personal plans and needs. This possibility invites yet further grief and sorrow. Our community at present has made no definitive decision about congregational operations after August of 2020. We believe that wise action is defined by taking the time to honor and work with our feelings, and in tandem taking the time to hold deeply all of the relevant information, which in this case includes the best information that our scientific and public health experts can share.
However, we provide services in the future. We'll work to maintain and strengthen our connections to one another and our commitment to this beloved community. We've survived and emerged whole after the Great Depression, 2 world wars, 9/11, and the economic collapse of 2008.
Through it all, our need for one another, our need to live into, to teach, to bring alive Unitarian Universalism's message of spiritual freedom, equality, and justice has persevered. Together, we will get through this too. I can promise you this, our community will survive this pandemic, and we will be stronger on the other side of it.
For now, please know that we are moving deliberately. We invite you into this intentional and thoughtful process with us. Please consider reviewing the materials that our COVID advisory team has identified, the link for which is included with this message. In addition, you'll soon receive a survey from our COVID team inviting you to share your thoughts, feelings, and needs. Please take the time to respond. Every member and friend of our community is invited to participate in this important survey.
Thank you for your time and input in our shared reflection process. We will be randomly giving away 10 signed copies of the new anthology, which I helped edit, Conversations with the Sacred. Please look for our COVID team survey and complete it by May 31st for the opportunity to receive a gift copy of this new book.
Each of you is a vital strand that forms the web of our community. At these times, please be generous both with yourselves and with others.
We love you. Take good care of yourselves until we virtually see or hear one another again.